Hi everyone, how are you? Hi everyone, welcome back to Angel's Heavenly Nails. Yo, what is up, my peep? Today is special on Angel's Heavenly Nails. Today is outfit of the day. Did you see that? My true passion in life, heavenly nails. I hope you all are doing well. I am having a great Sunday, and today I am coming at you with another beautiful nail design. And I love this one. I have gotten a lot of compliments on this one. I think it's because it's so bright and then just with the dots and the lines. And it wasn't that hard to do because, like I said, it's dots and lines. So I hope you guys try it out. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. And this really isn't showing the true color. When the video is over at the end, you'll see photos and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful neon pastel orange. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, being matted like that, I love it matted and I love the rhinestones on it. I hope you guys will love it as much as I do. So, yeah, I went to church today, and so I just thought, well, I'll wear my khaki dress, throw a little bit of orange into it to match, and everything looked really great. So it is not the outfit of the day, though. I got a great outfit to come with this one. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, a wonderful Sunday. Praise God. I hope you made it to church. I love you all. Let's get started. Hey everyone, so this is what I decided to go with, kind of a Indian looking design. If you guys like it, would like to know how I did it, stay tuned. So this is what I got going so far. It's just like a French pink because I'm going to be doing that void look, they call it, and I just wanted all my nails to look really nice with that French color. So I started with that OPI that I've used in many of my designs when I do a French look, the OPI Infinite Shine 2, and it's called the Beige of Reason. And then I'm going to be using this, the Fresh Paints from Five Below, and it's in that melon color or beautiful hot neon orange, and it's called, let's see, well, I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, Guava. Beautiful, 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 soft kind of a pastel orange, but it's more of like a neon. It's beautiful. I'm going to be using that as the color in there, and I'll be doing it in just like sections so that you see that French pink in the background there. And then I will be drying everything up with my Schece Vite. Then I will do my art with the black acrylic paint, and then I will be doing this, the matte finish, because I want it to be a matte look, and this one is the Revlon, and it's just called Matte Top Coat. I want it to be a matte look, and then I will be using these tiny little 6SS Swarovski crystals through the design. That one was a tongue tire. And I'll be using this brush, my number 1. I believe it's number 1, yep. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I've cut the end of it. It's a liner brush. And I think that will be all that's in the design. If I do any more, I will let you know. But I'm going to get started on some of the orange color, and I will return. Okay, so here's what I've got going on, and you see I've got that void look. I painted one of them all the way, and then this hand, I've got exactly the same. Each finger is the same, but you see on this one here, don't worry about your lines being perfect because I'm going to be using this black liner by Kiss to straighten those lines out, and you'll see I got it on that finger like that. See how it makes it such a nice, neat line then. So don't worry that your lines aren't perfect. You don't have to worry about that. Now I left this pinky open to show you I'm going to do it like this pinky. So I'm just taking that bright orange, and I'm just going to start with on the tip here by just a straight line here. Just go down about, probably about, let's see, the other finger, it goes down about, you know, a little bit of a ways down. And then just make that straight line like I've taught you before when I do French looks. Just make that straight line there. And I did go over all these paints twice. I let everything dry and then I went over it again just so it's more opaque. So like that. Then the next one is just another straight line. a little ways away from that, so you got that little bit of a void. So now I'm going to go right here, set my brush down, give it a little bit of a space, set my brush down, and just roll it across the finger like that. Like I said, don't worry about being too perfect because you're going to be using a liner to make those lines. So then I'll go on this side, and just so we can get this line going across. Okay, and then a little bit more on this side. Okay, like that. And then at the bottom, it's just a little kind of a half moon. So I'm just gonna, don't want too much paint on here. I'm gonna set my brush down right about here and just kind of roll it across like that. And then I'm just gonna fill it in. And don't worry if you get a little bit of paint on the skin. I did have paint on the skin, I cleaned it all up. So yeah, I'm just gonna go like this and just kind of round it around like that. Come on this side, round it that way, come back on the other side, and round it again until you get that cute little moon-like, until you have it the way you want it. So just gonna kind of round it a little bit more there. It's a little bit harder to do this because I'm on film. I can do it so much quicker if I'm not on camera here. I guess I'm trying to be so perfect too and not get on the skin, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Just like that. So I'm gonna let that dry up, and then I'm gonna do one more coat, and then of course I'm gonna clean that mess up. Then I'm gonna start doing the lines. Actually, I'll show you real quick while I'm on right now how I'm doing those lines. I'll do it on this finger here. So I'm just taking that black liner by Kiss, and I'm just gonna follow these lines, make sure there's not a lot of paint on it, and I'm just gonna follow this line right here. Hang on, let me get a little bit less paint than that. Okay, I'm gonna set the brush down right where it's starting, and I'm just gonna just lightly go like this and roll the finger like that, see? Then I'm gonna do it next to that one, get a little bit more paint. Do it on this side now, just set my brush down and just roll your finger like that as you go like that, just like that. Then I'll go on the other side here, and same thing. Whoops, take a little of that paint off. Set the brush down and roll like that, and then get a little bit more. Each time, always go back into your bottle and get a little bit of paint and then wipe it off. Then on this side, roll it like that. And then at the very bottom, I'm gonna do one more line here. Going like this, and roll it like that. Now see, then it just cleans up your lines and it makes the lines look so much nicer and neater. Then when you top coat, it's gonna look really great. So I'm gonna finish up the rest of them and I'll be back. Okay, so here's what I got so far. And I got both hands done, and I've just done dots now after those lines. I've left this finger open to show you what I'm doing. I'm using my liner brush, dipped into a little bit of black paint. The other black, you know, I used that liner from that Kiss brand of a liner brush. So I'm just trying to get this brush to a nice point. Okay, I'm gonna dip a little bit into the black, and then I'm just gonna go along here, along the line here, and just do little dots with this brush. You can also do this with a small dotting tool. You can also use a toothpick to do it. You can also use, let's see, what else do people use? Like the end of a pin. There's many ways to do it. You don't have to use a brush here like I'm using. I always like to use my brush to do it. But yeah, just like that. So then both hands are done, and you've got that real kind of, I don't know what you would call this. I'm not sure, but I just really love it with the dots and the lines. Kind of reminds me a little bit Indian-like, and I really like it. Now I'm gonna top coat all of this with my Schece Vite before I do a matte top coat. That way it will smooth everything down, because when you're doing a matte top coat, you would see all the flaws. So you really want to do a Schece Vite top coat, or whatever top coat you like to use. Make sure you do that first, let it dry up, and then do your matte top coat. One, it'll dry all your paint a lot faster because matte top coat takes a long time to dry, but it will go a lot faster if you have your polish job already dried up with that Schece Vite or whatever you like to use. And then it also will make it a nicer finish. So I'm going to top coat everything myself here. And then I'm going to put my crystals in. I want to put a few crystals around. And then I will, actually, sorry, I'm going to top coat with the Schece Vite, let that dry. Then I'm going to matte top coat, let that dry. Then I'm going to put the rhinestones in because I want them just to sit on top. And obviously I can't matte top coat over a rhinestone. So I'm going to get that part done and I will return. Okay, so I got my matte finish done and I've got my rhinestones on. And I actually switched over to this one, the OPI matte top coat. The other one, the Revlon, wasn't really matting it really good. It was matting, but it didn't get as matte as this one did. This one is so much better. Then I got the little stones in there. And then I got this hand done, but I left one open to show you how I'm putting those stones on. I'm using, like I've used before, whoops, get my finger out of the way there, the Omega Labs USA brush on nail glue. And I'm just using the tiniest amount because otherwise it's gonna fog those stones. So you really want to just get the tiniest amount on the brush, wipe most of it off, and then I'm just going to go right into these little spirals I've done. I'm just going to dot a little tiny drop there, tiniest drop ever, and then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing, just the tiniest little drop there. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to take my cotton swab here, and I'm actually going to pick some of this up because it was kind of a lot. You don't want a lot of top coat because you don't want that to be shiny, so I'm going to take that out. But the other one's okay. Then I'm going to dip in to my little jar here and get all 2 stones. I hope I'm not in your way here. I'll get out of the way once I get the stone. So I got my first one, and I'm just going to set it down into that glue. And then I'm going to grab another one. And also make sure when you are matte top coating that you'll, first off, like I said, use your dry top coat first, the shiny one. Use that first, always, because you want to smooth everything down. When you're matte top coating something, you're going to see every lump, bump, everything if you don't. And then I'm just going to push these down a little bit into the glue. I like working with this glue because it gives you a little bit of play before it settles. Like a super glue would settle so quick and you're stuck where the stone ends up. This one you can kind of play around. But once it does glue, it's great. Okay, so I'm just giving it a little bit more push. But anyways, so always use your shiny matte top coat. I'm sorry, your shiny top coat of your choice. I use Schece Vite. Then let that dry solid, and then when it is, then go ahead and do your matte top coat. And then make sure when you're doing that that you get every nook and cranny, all the free edges, the sides, everything, because you don't want any shininess to show through when you're doing a matte top coat. I prefer myself, I love a shiny top coat. It is my all-time favorite, so you won't see me do a lot of matte top coats, but I do like it in certain designs. Like this one, I had it in my mind how I wanted it, and I really love this this particular look with that soft melon look. I really love when it's matted like that. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. So, but that's the look here. You'll see pictures at the end because this truly isn't really showing up the true color. I wish it was. Let's see if I can get a little bit more light in here. It's not really showing this true color. It is such a beautiful, soft neon orange. It's just gorgeous. But at the end, I'll have better photos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this design. Okay, I'm all done. And I'm really pleased with this one. It was just one I kind of thought up in my mind. And I was actually looking at the outfit I'm going to wear with it. That's what made me think of what I wanted to do for my design. So it was a lot of fun, and I really love the matte top coat. Like I said in the video before, I'm not a matte top coat girl unless it's a certain design, and this one just looked so good matted. And then the tiny little rhinestones really gave it some bling and some beauty. I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I hope you will try it out. And I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for my next design.